I came across this clip recently, and I want you to watch it slightly differently. Forget the joke for a moment. Forget what you think is happening. Just watch the acting. Because this, for me, is a brilliant example of something I think deserves far more recognition. The level of comedy acting coming from some African content creators. Look at this scene. Two people, backseat of a car. Nothing particularly complicated, but somehow, within seconds, you already feel like you're watching something you weren't supposed to see. That's the skill. It gives you that fly on the wall feeling. You know it's been set up. You know there's probably a script or an idea behind it, but it doesn't feel scripted. Watch her eyes. Watch his face. Watch the little pauses, the hesitation, the way she moves towards him, the way he reacts without even needing to say anything. You can almost hear the conversation without hearing the conversation. And that's what I want you to appreciate. Because good comedy acting isn't simply somebody saying something funny. Sometimes the comedy is in the look, the pause, the discomfort, the body language, the audience knowing exactly what a character is thinking before the character says a word. And then they've added another layer. She's dressed as a nun. So immediately you've got this clash between what that clothing represents, restraint, morality, discipline, and what appears to be unfolding in the back of this car. That's where the tension comes from. Religion, temptation, attraction, human behavior, all being played with at the same time. And notice something else. They're not stopping to explain the joke to you. They're trusting you to understand it. That's clever. Because while I'm talking over this clip, you still know roughly what's happening. You can probably create the dialogue yourself. That's how convincing the performances are. It reminds me of why physical comedians like Rowan Atkinson and Charlie Chaplin became universal. You didn't always need language. A facial expression could tell the whole story. And that's what these two are doing here. They're making a staged situation feel spontaneous, natural, almost uncomfortably real. And I think that's an acting skill we sometimes overlook, particularly with social media comedy. We watch it, we laugh, we scroll, but we don't always stop and recognize the performance required to make something deliberately created look as though it simply happened. So watch it again. Watch the eyes, watch the timing, watch the reactions, and ask yourself, if you couldn't hear a single word, would you still understand the scene? I think you would. And that's exactly my point. That is performance. That is visual storytelling. And whether this particular joke is your kind of humor or not, I think the acting deserves some respect. Because when comedy can cross language and still make you understand exactly what is going on, somebody behind that camera is doing something very well.